Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Hey, guys. Hey, Rico. Hey, Chicken. Oh, guys, didn't get my chat bot up. Let me get it up. What's going on? Today, we're going to participate in the crime wave and see how it's changed. And also, I feel like this is a really good time for us to chat. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Let me adjust this just a little bit. I did the crime wave event on PTS, and they changed some things. I think they improved some things, so it'll be cool to check it out. But if you have any questions about multi-glassing, the new patch, whatever, I feel like we've gone over everything, which is why this isn't why this stream isn't like dedicated to that sort of thing, because I don't know. I've said a lot of stuff. I'm sure there's more. I'm sure stuff that people have missed, but just ask a couple of questions and we can chat about it. So that's the idea for today. I just double checking to make sure the stream is good and everything. Awesome. Rico, how's it going, man? I don't know if you've dropped in and said hello too many times. Welcome in. So we'll go over the build, I guess, since we're here and we're talking about it. First up here, so we've got, actually I should start with the gear. So we've got 3 pieces of Night Terror. That reduces our detection radius. It says by 2 meters, guys. This stuff doesn't actually add up altogether. They need a different tooltip, but it reduces the detection radius. That's the important thing. And then we're also running 5-piece Darlock Bray. Darlock Bray has a 4-piece bonus, which increases our detection radius by another 2 meters. And then also while we're crouching and not blocking, we restore a bunch of magic and stamina. So that means we can basically infinitely sustain being in sneak. And let me move this camera down just a little bit. Long time listener, first time chatter. Okay, cool, man. Well, welcome in. How's that? That's a little bit better. I think that's better. I took my camera off its mount because I also use this camera. Sorry, the audio might mess up whenever I'm tabbed out. But I took the camera off to record some tabletop videos earlier today, which is really exciting. Cool. Yeah, so those couple of pieces there make it where we're going to be near invisible in combination of other things. We also get a little Grothar just because this will proc in an AoE and it'll help us kill guys. You can see I don't even have all the armor pieces on, but when you're stealing, it really doesn't matter. I was trying to get some of that gear today, plus Mythic Helm. Okay, what Mythic? Chicken, were you looking to get? Yeah, this gear, guys, you can purchase, I think, all of this from guild traders, or you can go farming up. Darlock Bray drops from elsewhere, north or south, maybe both. Probably north. We could check it out real quick. Let's pull it up. If you ever don't know where anything's from, guys, you just go into your collectibles menu here, and then in the top right, I know you can't see it on the screen, but there's a helm. It looks like a helm, like a burning helm. It's this symbol right here, actually. Click on that, and then we can go to... Yeah, you could just type in stuff too. So if we know what we want, so we want Darlock. What's going on? Do I have to go to the area? Well, am I crazy? Why is it? Is it? Oh, is it? You know what? Is it called something else? Is it called something of? No, it's called Darlock. Oh, DAR. Jeez, I don't know why I was throwing an extra letter in there. That could be why. There we go. There we go. We got to type in the right thing. Cool. So it's going to be in DLC zones, northern elsewhere. Yep, there it is. Cool. Hey, Aeon, what's going on? Shadow Queen's Cowl. Okay, I don't even remember what that one does. I vaguely remember it. So all the mythics are under miscellaneous. You can see I have not collected it. I know it's partially off the screen here, guys. What does this do? While crouch, you can see witnesses and guards through walls. Oh, successfully pickpocketing a witness or guard applies distracted them for 10 seconds, stunning them and decreasing their stealth detection radius by 30 meters for the duration. Okay, cool. I think I remember this from a while back, but clearly I haven't bothered to farm it up. I personally find I wish they would, tweak the stealing, the justice system, as they call it, a little bit to make it... There's a lot of really great things they could do with it. So we're going to run around, participate in this event. I think we could just go steal things. Do you guys have a place that you want me to go? Somewhere I can show you? Anything you guys want? I know a lot of people are probably just tuning in. I don't know, I hadn't thought about this, Night Haro. Hey, Wampus, what's going on? Oh my, where is that at, Wampus? Mabuhay? I don't even know where that's at, my dude. So a couple of probably some of the best spots, just so you guys know, here in Shornhelm is really good. Can I type that in and it'll pop up, man? Fill in S. So Shoreham, you could do a really good lap here. It's a little bit, it's not too bad. It's kind of just falling around this outside here a bit. Kind of. I'm a little bit turned around. Where's the way shrine? The way shrine's here. Yeah, actually, it is. It is just kind of going around here. You don't go in every. Oh, Philippine, hello. Oh, okay. Wampus, I thought you were telling me someplace in game, and I'm like, I don't know, man. That might sound like vaguely Khajiit or something, but I don't recognize it. Oh, man. All right, so that's a great place to go there in Shornhelm. Can be a really good one. Other places to go, you can actually go here in Vardenfell. So you can go into these buildings here, and you can do some laps. They're kind of small. They're a little bit tricky. They've gotten a lot easier over time. So go to the Philippines for this event. Got it. Yeah, check. Okay. Mel says, I pickpocketed / stabbed so much today the NPCs were respawning with empty pockets. Oh, no. Mel, that is a bug. And where were you? I can probably tell you how to avoid it to a large degree. Usually it involves zoning. If you zone and zone back into a place, they'll spawn with empty pockets. It's been in the game for forever. You were in Skingrad? Okay. Were you going in buildings and they were showing up, or was it the people around town? Usually it has to do with zoning and rezoning, though. So if you can, when you zone into an area, you go until your bags are full, and you want to make sure your bags are mostly empty, and you've got enough items, and then you go sell everything. Because if you go and sell things and come back to an area, they'll often be they'll spawn with their pockets empty. Yeah. So that happens. For example, another really good place is here in, what is this? What little is Shimmerine? I think this is Shimmerine. Yeah, Shimmerine. So Shimmerine, you go up to the monastery here. Really good. You can also run around the city a little bit, but the monastery is really good for getting Alanor Pew recipes. And if you leave this zone and come back, usually they'll be empty. And you can usually switch characters, I think. And after a while, it will reset. But yeah, it'll do that. Alanor could also be, there's probably one of the highest concentration of nobles that you can actually pickpocket in Alanor. So we could go there. Where else? You know what? There used to be an awesome place here in Vardenfell over by the Ashlanders. Where was it? I think, yeah, over here by the Ashlanders. Right here where this road leads, but they made all these, there was like a couple of mages and a couple of NPCs in an area that kind of felt like it wasn't inside of a city, but inside of this cave, you could pickpocket them. There was an amazing loop that we would all go do, and they patched it out. You can't even pickpocket anybody there anymore. Where's the best place for furnishings or blueprints? Chicken, as far as I know, it depends on the zone. So, yeah, is there like, I would probably look if there was a specific furnishing or blueprint you were looking for. Typically, the loot tables, if you look at, let's go find a victim real quick. So if you find somebody, it'll pop up and it'll say, this is a noble. Okay, cool. So nobles typically have the best loot tables. And so wherever you can find the highest concentration of nobles, you'll typically get the best loot. I don't know how that's working for the event. I suppose by the end of the day, we'll know, though. You pick twice, and then you can usually kill them because they only have 3 items. And if you pickpocket the third time, like it's just quickest to pick twice and then use the Blade of Woe on them the third time. That's the most optimal thing. But yeah, if you leave a zone and then zone back in, sometimes it'll bug out on you. So, there's not one spot. Like if you go to this place in Shimmerine, for example, what you'll find there is a bunch of these Alanor stuff, and you'll get Alanor pew, these polished pews. I think it's one of the only places you can get them. Sorry, I know it's right off the. You know what? Maybe let me move chat for today. Or let me move over here actually, and then maybe since we're going to be looking over there, it might just be good to just do this in perpetuity to just change where it's at. Let me slide chat over to this side. How about that? And then you guys can see, yeah. So Alan Pugh, polish, like I've got several of these and you can get them pretty quickly and these sell for a lot. I think the last one I sold was like 200K. If you're looking for stuff for Vardenfell, I think that these central areas here can be pretty good because I think there's a decent number of, it actually means live long. Okay, cool. There's a decent number of, I think, nobles in there. Whenever you're going to steal, guys, so first off, like having your character set up correctly, other things you're gonna, guys, I have a video on this, so just so you know, I won't go into it too in depth, but there's certain things you want to grab from here. There's some that you need, some you don't really need, so it just really depends. So increasing your movement speed while sneaking could be helpful. If you have the, they changed these so they're not slottable now, so I should probably grab some of them. And also I'm going to move some around. But cut purses art increases your chances of high quality loot when pickpocketing. This is actually really significant, and it'll help you get a lot of purple items, which sell for, they vendor for like 1,500. You're not breaking the bank, but it's pretty good. And there's just a handful of things. Some of this stuff is like this bounty going down. Like I don't really think bounty is that big of a deal. Increase the value of fenced items by 25%. Infamous, that's a pretty big deal. So higher bounty, the better rewards. Is it okay? I mean, do we need to get, I mean, should we test that, or are you telling me? Because I'll test it. I'm fine with it. It's weird because like normally you don't really have a bounty. The other thing, like this guy is a smith, and you'll find that like mages have their own loot tables. Most NPCs do. Some of them share a lot of the same loot table. But what's crazy is that usually you don't get, I don't really get bounties, honestly. So there's a lot of things you get from this event that aren't really super useful. Do you see this guard? He can't see me right now. I'm literally jumping on him. He cannot see me. So if you fail to pickpocket in front of him, and if you do other things in front of him, it will, like, that is a different, they can see that a little bit easier. And if you fail something, they're definitely going to see you. But, the other thing that's kind of a bummer is that, oh, see, there we go. Tried pickpocketing from the guard. I didn't make it. But it would really, really nice if the guards had better loot tables. They haven't really done anything amazing with them for their loot tables. It's kind of lame. And if you really want to make a lot of money like pickpocketing, what you want to do is get like an add-on that will, and I don't remember what they are, but there's a couple of add-ons that will delete all the white items you steal. So I don't even care. I'm just going to pick it. I'm tired of waiting. And then it's pretty easy to just run away. There is a debuff that you get. I don't remember if it's hidden or not. Oh. Do I not have C bound? Oh, I don't have my roll dodge bound to the right button. If you piss off too many guards within short order, they'll just one-shot you guys. So you got to be careful. You want to wait and I don't know how long the cooldown is on it, but you just don't want to do it too many times in short order. You can get your bounty up really high, and having your bounty doesn't matter, but don't piss off the same, or like any guards in rapid succession. Give it like a minute or so for that to cool down. We could check and see if it's actually a debuff, but I don't remember. I don't think it is. What do I want to do here? Controls, roll dodge. There we go. I like mine on C, which is kind of annoying because then I can't pull up my character sheet, but What do we got here? Mel says, ESR article told us that if we had a higher bounty, we have a more chance of getting a pouch of ill-gotten goods. Okay, so we need to get our bounty up. I mean, that's kind of weird. If you're bad at stealing, you'll get more stuff. Okay, I mean, I guess that's fine. I guess whatever. All right, so let's get a bounty. Let's do it. I don't remember where these guys are at in this various levels. Okay, thanks, Mel. Appreciate that. Questing thieves in Dark Brotherhood. Yeah, I know those quest lines are also given more swag. We could pop over and do that. So this guy's a priest. That's cool. Risky for rewards. I don't, again, as long as you let that hidden cooldown, and I'm pretty sure it is hidden, go down, like I don't think it's a big deal. And then it's a little bit annoying that you can't Blade of Woe people if they, we're just gonna do this the old-fashioned way. You can't Blade of Woe people if they, if you're on top of something behind them or whatever. All right, we're gonna let that person cool down. They're not a guard. Okay, this guy's a fighter. Interesting. And you can see it's easier or harder to pickpocket people depending on what their loot table is. It's true. My bounty is currently 325,000, and I got a lot of better drops because of it. Be careful because it's on site with the guards. Yeah, I took the passes to reduce my bounty. Yeah. All right, let's. Oh my gosh. All right, let's make sure we don't die to a guard. That would feel bad. Dude, that's an impressive bounty. It takes a long time to get a bounty that high. All right, so this is the whole deal here. We don't want to make sure that we're not tempting fate too much. All right, we'll jump down here. There's a lot of guys down here. Should probably be a little bit careful right now just because. So all these guys have a line of sight and they can see kind of in front of them in a cone. So you just want to keep that in mind. As long as you're successful, it doesn't really matter how close they are. But if you fail, then it could not be good. Yeah, I feel like you just want to like slowly get that bounty up. The other thing is that oh, did I fail? The other thing is that you want to, hey, Blade of Woe, there we go. You can kind of work around a room, right? So like this person moves around and then they're in the way, so I can take them out. So then you don't have to worry about them seeing me or whatever. And then if you wait for an opportune moment, you can grab stuff. I think that's our second pouch. The on PTS, I went to test this on PTS because that's the kind of nerd I am. I like doing this stuff, and no one even saw me. Okay, I need to make sure I get seen, I suppose, or get caught a few times. Oh no, I'm not gonna get seen there either. What are you guys doing? Are you paying no attention? I'm murdering people around here. They don't seem to care. This is Zoss's plan to gold sink us through bounties. Yeah. Yeah, you can. The thing is, I don't really think so because what are they called? They're probably called bounty something. Are they not, did I throw them all away? I might have thrown mine away. Edicts. Thanks. 31, 10, and this is the one you get from, I think, completing the Thieves Guild quest or something. So I like don't even, and I would use those anytime I even kind of wanted to use one. Oops. We'll just piss that guard off because we can. Just want to make sure that we're working up that bounty. That's all we're trying to do. And it doesn't matter because he can't see us. He cannot see us. I didn't even see this person here. I think they respawned. You know, I keep Blade of Woeing, and I should do something else. I should make sure I'm being seen. Okay, so that's this area. How do we go to the other one? Is there like do you have to leave and come back in? I don't really recall. How do you get to the other side? Because it's a little bit different. Oh, I forgot about the Outlaws Refuge here. That's hilarious. Well, I guess it's right here if you need it. I started getting my bounty up a day before the event. Sometimes I go on a streak and get it at least 3 or 4 blues in a row. It happens more often with a higher bounty. Do you know if there's like a break point or anything with it, Rico? Just out of curiosity. All right, we're gonna go to the other side. I don't remember. I don't think it's connected. I think there might be more swag over there. More people to kill. What you want to do whenever you're trying to find a route is you want to find a place where you can, by the time you're done with a route, it's a circle, and you're back to a place where you can immediately, kill the next guy again. They've respawned basically. It just needs to be long enough that you can respawn, or that they respawn rather. Same deal here. Attacking guards is not getting the bounty up nearly high enough, so let's stay away from the guards and let's just murder people, I suppose. Oh my god, it was right in front of this person. Did they not see? Did they really not see? What do I gotta do around here? Do I just gotta attack people? I'll do it. If I must. Oh, there's a guard. Alright, I'm gonna get killed. I'm gonna get killed if I'm not careful. Don't mind me, guys. Just passing through. No big deal. No big deal. It sucks getting one shot because there's nothing you can do. Do we not have spell power potions? I bet I have some in my bank. Let's grab some. Our mag got a little low there. Tithis, where you at? There he is. I start. Okay, so I guess we gotta get our bounty fairly high, so that'll be high on the list of things to do. I'm just grabbing out some cheap Magicka potions. Usually, if you're a stamina character, you want Magicka potions. If you're a Magicka character, you want to make sure you have equipped, stamina potions. So vice versa. So we'll go in here and see what we can find. Rico, what have you thought of the reward so far? Anything crazy that you've been like, man, this is hooked up? Okay, that's garbage. These roguish droughts are kind of weird because, like, you have to be good at stealing to get them, but like they're mostly useful if you're running a non-Nightblade character for stealing, so it's kind of weird. I just have to remember to take all my gold off characters before I send her off on my. Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that I forgot. Oh yeah, we got our bounty up quite nice there. We just need to murder some people. That's all we got to do. So guys, one thing you can do if you're getting a really high bounty, so they will take all of your stolen goods regardless. So that kind of sucks. But one of the things you can do is you can drop all of your gold into the bank, and then you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about them taking your gold. And the other benefit of that is that your bounty will stay high. So that's nice. Is there more people here? Hey, can I aggro you and go find... Here we go. Here's somebody. Oh, yeah, and there's another person. Hey, get over here. There we go. Let me murder some people in gold blood. Excellent. And we'll loot them. Yeah, it kind of feels like they just want you to run around murdering people, kind of, because otherwise, like, you could just run around stealing stuff and not get a bounty at all. Does anybody else think this is a little bit... I don't think that the person who came up with this event or came up with the ideas or rules for it really does it. I mean, this is kind of like, oh, Redoran gloves. There you go. This is kind of like the they don't play their own game sort of thing. Like you can kind of tell. Oh, we got a guard. All right, hold on. This guy's gonna be a problem too. Did I just fail? I guess we just failed that sneaking attempt. I've gotten a lot of good pouches, and the rewards have been meh, but I benefited the most from extra fence interactions and more blueprint drops. Okay, that makes sense. We're gonna let the guard go away. Then we're gonna see if we can't commit murder in front. Yeah, see, our mag is kind of low. All right, see if we can't commit murder in front of. I'm afraid that I can Blade of Woe this person and not get caught. So let's just attack them. Normally, if I were doing this a lot, I would actually set up my build and have some skills, and you could basically just like one tap them and most of these guys, and kill them that way. And I'm having to hit them like 2 or 3 times, which is kind of annoying. All right. Is that everybody we can aggro here? Kind of think it is. I do think that it is cool to be completely invisible to guards. Like, don't get me wrong. But I do think that maybe it could, I don't know. I just feel like there's some stuff you could have to do to make it a little bit more engaging, perhaps. And then you finally get to that point, because you can kind of do this like right off the bat. We'll just see if we can't aggro as many people as possible. There we go. Even our friend from the other side is coming over. Yeah, we're getting that bounty up now. It's just really weird to like have to work to get the bounty up. It doesn't really make sense, does it? Like thematically? Am I wrong? I'm bummed that the drop rate for the new event furnishings is so low. Oh yeah, there's supposed to be new. What are the? Do we know what the furnishings are? I bet there's a video out on it. I bet somebody. Oh, I'm just like autopiloting, doing things. I need to make sure that someone sees me whenever I murder somebody. It feels wrong. So far, I'm making 100K a day on Xbox NA. Cool. They're new coin piles. Oh, new coin piles. That's huge. So for those who don't know, the old coin piles you would get from the achievement from I think Thieves Guild achievements, you could then purchase them. Were they look so bad that they're literally used in housing for dirt. That's how bad they look. Like, I'm not memeing. Like, they're literally used for dirt. And then they sold some that for the Crown store that look amazing and actually look like a pile of treasure. And these were years apart, so don't get too conspiracy theory about it. But like, it's still kind of frustrating, you know, that like the thing that they're, you know, thing that you earn in game kind of sucks. The thing that they sell in the Crown store is like awesome. So it would be cool. I hope they look good. And a couple of crime notes. Okay. Does a crime note really? That counts? Okay. I guess it does. Well, we're getting our bounty up there. No, there's a guard. We'll just circle around. Do we not get that guy? Oh, great. Huh. Wait, where'd the guy go? Was he down below? Did you notice from down below? That's crazy. See, this is why you got to be able to kill them faster. Kill them before the guard gets here. Hey, Lyriel. Yeah, so crime notes. Let me pull those up and show them to people. I'm pretty sure I have some. Maybe they're out at a house. Maybe I threw them at a house, or I threw them away. But they're basically these, like, they're talking about the bounty looking things, right? They actually look like these. Not too dissimilar to this. Then you can like put them up places, which I guess is cool. I mean, it's not cool, but it's also kind of eh. All right, let's go somewhere else. We didn't get a whole lot here. Nothing crazy. Normally, again, I would find like a fairly optimal path and just kind of do it. We could go to Alinor. We're going to find probably the most number of nobles here. I'm being extra murdery today. How's the crime? Oh, I'm sorry. How's our favorite crime doing? Criminal doing. I'm sorry. Is he getting any loot? Lyriel, the loot's like, eh. All right. So there's a loop here. I think I did a video on this a long time ago. I don't know if it's still public because it probably isn't a very good one compared to what I can make now, but you know. So a noble here, which is really nice. And these guys have a cooldown, and there's a noble here. So what you can do is you can run from noble to noble, and then you don't have to really wait on the cooldown. By the time you get back, it'll be off. I'm waiting for an opportune moment here, and then once you've done it twice, I really need to stop Blade of Woeing. I need to remember that I have to murder these guys very publicly. Get back to this other guy. This used to be really hard. It used to be really hard to do all these guys. And it would be very easy to get caught. You know, again, getting caught right now isn't really a big deal. So let's murder everybody. There we go. I should put some like real skills in my bar is what I should do. Oh yeah, I forgot some of these guys actually have like fun mechanics or whatever that they do. That's kind of cool. All right, let's put some skills that are better at murdering people on the bar. Preferably some stamina costing ones. Should we do? Oh, I'm trying to think. Maybe caltrops? Is that assault? Yeah, we could do caltrops. Oh my gosh, it's not even morphed. This is one of my 4 Nightblades that I've had historically. And this one has mostly been for PvP or for like stealing, like I'm doing now. So, what else would be good? Is there some Fighters Guild ones that would be okay? Or is it Undaunted? Yeah, it's like trapping webs could work. That could be fine. That's funny, I vigor. I mean, that's fine. Probably do it here. Sure. Sounds good. We could steal. There's some coffers and stuff. Usually not worth it or not as good. Just taking everything. Certain items like this is a jewelry box. Okay, that's not horrible. Some things will give you. They're like. There's a difference between like boxes and crates and stuff that'll give you items that are more suited for. I don't know. You can get like flour and stuff like that, and then others will give you actual like stolen items. So, getting the ones that actually give you stolen items that was the wrong button. Are better. What am I doing? How is the experience you get from the event? I put a few skills on that need leveled while she plays. I think I don't think XP is very good from this. I mean, I guess it's, passive XP, so, it's not nothing, I suppose. But I don't think it's amazing. And then you get it's really funny because one of the rewards here is supposed to be something that gives you more XP to your skill line, to your Adrenamon skill line, which is here. But, that's one of the easiest skill lines to level up. Why? And, why isn't it already maxed out? Come on, die. All right, we'll run away. We don't want to get that one shot. We got a nice bounty going on here. Here's what we need to do. I don't want to risk it. No point in risking it. Another thing you can do too, if you're like this again, this is stamina character wearing a lot of medium armor, is you can run like mag food. That's another thing that'll help you out. So I'll just grab some out here. Maybe some. Oh, somebody onto me? What? That's weird. Oh, I probably just became visible. All right, well, let's go inside. I guess when you're talking to your guy. When you're talking to your banker, I guess you have to be visible. That makes sense, I suppose. Although I'm pretty sure Tithys is a vampire. I think we could all probably agree on that. So I don't feel like that should be required. All right, we'll just grab a couple of these. And we'll switch our food over to that. Thank you, Tithys. Yeah, we promise ESO players the smallest extra reward for doing something, and we're like, this is our life now. Yeah, that's, I guess so. So you get any benefits from using companions? You can, first off, chicken, I don't know. Like, let me just tell you, isn't there a companion that gives you something or helps you? I know one of them likes it, but I have unlocked one companion total in my time, and that's only on my main, and I otherwise found them to be basically useless. I think there is a companion that will help your stealing, though. I think there is. They'll do something. Somebody will know. What's up, troll? just trolling along. Troll-la-la-la-la. Ember gives hidden wallets. Ah, okay. Are those just items that you sell, Mel? Okay. Yeah. And are those just items that you has a little extra gold inside? Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Is it worth it? Is it worth it to unlock Ember for that? Not that I'm like, man, that's weird running into people. Did they kill everybody? I don't remember. So I used to have memorized like exactly which rooms you go into, and if you just do this route a couple of times, like you'll get there. It's not hard by any means, but you also remember where like all the cupboards and everything are that you might want to loot, and the ones you want to avoid because they'll just fill up your bag. I feel like whoever was here, if anybody has been murdered. And if you're trying to get only high quality loot, like you can just do the nobles and skip everything else. And that's like a quicker way to do it. Which depends. Azandar also gives a chance to give extra stuff when looting containers. If it's stolen containers, they count as stolen for fencing purposes. Oh, okay. Cool. Thanks, Mad Dasher. I did not know that. So yeah, usually what I would do here is come out and then take a right, and you just got to yeet yourself off the edge. And if you do it right, you land here, and then you don't have to run all the way down and run up the stairs because you're going here next. You don't want to jump, you just sprint off the edge, by the by. Well, am I about to fail this? No, there we go. All right, we'll see in a bit, chicken. Let me see. Ah, yes. I think this guy's a chef. Yep. Oh, nope. Don't do that. I hit the wrong. I was about to bleed a womb. I got to remember to kill him the old-fashioned way. Oh, that's not worth it. One of the really good sets, if you have like Celine's, is a really good set to do for this because it's like single target and does good burst damage. So that's a good set to have equipped for doing this, so you don't have to like. Grothdar is probably just because like I had it laying around. I mean, it's not a horrible set, but also not the best. Did I just Blade of Woe her? I just can't help myself. Yeah, it's a little. Am I not crazy? Like, isn't it a little weird that you like want to get caught, like you want to have a high bounty? That's odd, right? We can all agree on that. So this guy's a servant, so he won't have a whole lot, typically. Like at this point, do I just steal stuff right in front of this guy? I feel like that's what I should do. I guess we'll pick him once. Merchant, eh? What I wish they would have done for this event, and I might try to compile all this for some feedback, not that I expect anybody to listen, but what I think they really should have done for this event, like I think it's a great idea, but and there's some areas that aren't too bad, like some NPCs that feel like have been added slowly in certain locations over time, but for the most part, I think we go this way. I don't actually remember where we go from here. I think we go... So this is going to be like a beggar, so they're probably not even worth... Yeah, not even really worth looting usually. Huh, I don't really remember. Is this right? I feel like this is wrong. Yeah, this isn't how I'd normally go. Civil servant. But what they should have done, I think, is made a lot more areas that it made sense to kind of do some sort of route in them. Oh my god, I Blade of Woe instead of... I really just can't help myself, guys. I just see Blade of Woe and I just press the button. I can't help myself. But that would have made like a lot more routes and more fun areas to kind of do this, and places where it's like challenging, but you can get a lot of rewards. And I don't really think they did that. But I don't know if they were also, I think part of the vibe too is since the bounties are supposed to be high, maybe they just expected people to run around and murder everybody in the streets. Could be that as well. So I think normally I come up this way, if I'm recalling correctly. Yeah, I found it odd. Like, I shouldn't be using my max ledger / thief tunes for this. Yeah, you want, like, low-level tunes or something. Those people did not care, yeah. They don't really mind. A lot of murder in the streets here. I think... Didn't Zynode a while back, I think he did like a build or something where he just like runs around murdering people, or a build. He did like a build, but like in the, like he just runs around like murdering people. He used a couple of sets that I don't particularly, oh, is this a house? I went to the wrong one. I need to go into the building, out the door to the left. This must be where you can have like the Alinor house. You should still loot the beggars. Because usually it's 100% and you can still get the ill-gotten goods from them. Pickpocket everyone. Yeah, okay, that makes sense for the event. Normally, though, like I think I was referring to like not during the event. But yeah, that's fair. I don't know. I guess it depends what you want to do. If you have an add-on, so what happens is, you know, the biggest limiting factor for those who don't know is your bags. Oh, that's the problem. And what happens is they get really full, and so you get all these like green items, I think, and then a bunch of white items. These white items, if I was like trying to steal for gold, I would rather just like throw them away, just destroy them, because I will run out of the number of items to fence on a particular character, and when you consider that these are worth literally 2.5 times as much. Obviously, that's better, so I would only sell green items, and then, you know, 250. And then the purple items, which I think the purple items at some point had a higher drop rate than they do now. Or the way that some of the various buffs or what have you work. Yeah, I think that kind of changed. I don't really think that getting caught, though, even matters. So, like, the beggars having 100% is like almost the detriment, isn't it? I don't know. Not really trying to min-max. I don't think that the rewards from this are nearly good enough, at least for me personally, to... Oh, okay, so this guy's empty, so he's bugged out. Nice. All right, I guess we'll just... Yeah, I don't think the rewards are good enough that I personally care, but... We're getting that bounty up there, though. There's also pretty much 0 chance of getting caught if you do it right, which I suppose not everybody will. But that might be a little high, right? Having no chance of getting caught. Oh, cool, Vatra. Download an ESO to see what it's like these days. Cool. Well, the multi-classing stuff is going to be wild, so... Got a few more weeks, though, on that. I think that's June 2nd. So I guess basically a month, or right at a month, isn't it? Until that's out. Do you get it from looting like trunks and everything too, Rico? The bags. I don't think I've gotten one yet. What up, We're Moogle? How's it going, man? Good to see you. We're just committing crimes, man. Just committing crimes here. I meant pickpocket, not loot. Oh yeah, I know what you meant. I know what you meant. Yeah. With a high bounty, my blue drops are so I've only been or so high that you've only been selling blue and higher. Okay, yeah. Okay, cool. So the bounty also affects the quality of items. Okay, that's pretty good. That's legit. Yeah, and that's what 8 times as good as it would otherwise be. So if there's not a lot of people doing stuff in a particular area, so if you're with somebody else, guys, the etiquette, just so you know, is to like you pick once, they pick once, because they're not sharing the same cooldown, and then one of you Blade of woes, and you'll both be able to get an item from them. So that's usually the best way to go about it. If you pick all 3 items, then it's not as good for everybody. Hey, zombie, what's going on? Not just pickpocketing and lockboxes. Nope, just pickpocketing lockboxes. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. So we should probably only be pickpocketing. Probably shouldn't be worried about these various... Yeah, here we go. And again, we'll just try to get our bounty up here a bit. Is this guy ranged? Really? Okay, there we go. Anyone find it strange that the GP has nothing to do with stealing? Sorry, what do you mean? Oh, the Golden Pursuit. Ah, thank you. I'm not hip to the jive. I don't usually look at the Golden Pursuits. Yeah, that is kind of odd. I guess it would be like an automatic thing. They want to force you to do other things. I don't know. Probably it was just they just didn't even think about it, to be honest. Looting should give the same items as like once they're dead. Oh, that sucks. Run! Can that guy really see me from there? Guess we'll find out. Blues are fencing for 400, gold each, purples for 24. Is that with all the passives? Because normally, I think that's not with all the passives. Because normally with the passives that you can get, they would already be selling for that. Or close to it. Within, a bit of rounding. I'm not used to even looking for lock boxes, because usually lock boxes don't really, they're honestly not even worth the time normally. Like, they're fine, it's kind of fun to do, but... You know what we really need here on this build that we don't have is Wild Hunt. We're a little slow. I think Wild Hunt might put us over the edge of, oh dear God, we're too fast, but let's do it. And then, I don't know about Darlock. Oh my gosh. I don't know why I'm putting that extra E in there. Might need another piece of Darlock Bray. Do I not have one? I might have deconned all the extra pieces I had. So this will make our recoveries worse. It's probably fine. There we go. Now we're appropriately fast. Let's get out of here. Or more with housing since it's giving housing items. Yeah, that would also make sense. I love when ESO does little things that isn't 100% combat focused. Yeah, man, this is the Thieves Guild and Dark Brotherhood are some of the best skill lines. I think with some of this stuff too, what they do or should be doing, I don't know if they're doing it, but I think they probably are, is that they, you know, when you make a bunch of content, this is actually why they do stuff with trials at all. But when you have content, especially like trials and stuff like that, you basically have a bunch of content that a large portion of the player base does not engage with. And so, oh, Praxis, Elsewhere, Sarcophagus. That I bet that's probably worth a little bit. I'm gonna aggro that guard too. Okay, now. Oh, somebody else saw me. Is that a guard? No, it is not. I'm gonna pickpocket these guys before we kill them. They have added some guys. I don't know if these guys have been here for a long time, but there used to not be this many NPCs in this area. This is actually pretty nice. Yeah, but anyways, when you have a bunch of content that nobody's engaging with, like if you can get people interested in that content, that's hours more gameplay, and you don't have to do anything. It's already been made. So I think they try to do stuff like this to, you know, essentially like encourage people, because it's not good for your game when, you know, trials, like it's like 1% of people, right, that run trials at all. And I mean like even normal trials. So when you have like, you know, 99% of the people haven't even done this, you know, grip of content that you've made, that's not exactly amazing. So I would normally looting all the items here, but now realizing like it's really just all about pickpocketing, there are definitely better places to go if we just want to pickpocket. So we can go to some of those after this. We just need to go find some places to murder some people. Yeah, there's like nobody here. Literally nobody here. Hey, there's a lockbox. Guys, you know, for those who are dropping in, if there's anything you want to chat about, questions about ESO, throw them out there. We're just kind of, it's a chill stream today since we're doing this event, so I figured it'd be a good time if anybody has questions or want to talk about anything. Can be multi-classing, the patches, you know, patch coming up, whatever. Ask away, now's a good time. And I think that's basically the route. I think after this, I'm kind of looking at starting back. I don't really remember. It's been so long. Oh, there's more just random people out here. Yeah, I feel like they've had quite a few NPCs to all of this. Hey, Rico, if you had to guess, man, what would you say would be like a good amount of a bounty to get up to? Is there any point that you were like, yeah, I'm getting a lot of stuff now? Or is it just like the more the merrier? I think it also used to be that you couldn't necessarily pick all the pockets of these people. Like they would just all aggro on you. But they changed the way that thieving works. So it used to be that this stuff that reduces your detection radius didn't actually reduce the radius from which you could be seen. And if I had to guess, since they did change it, I bet that was probably a bug that no one ever knew about or tested or anything. But they fixed it, so that's pretty cool. There we go. Here, let's pop an ult. Pop an ult on random NPCs. That's how we do it. What's going on over here? Is that a guard? Yeah, it's a guard. Oh, this guy's a noble. Can we... Oh, don't go that way. Dang it. Guard. Guard caught on. Yeah, there we go. The guard was resetting, so I aggroed this guy when the guard was still resetting. So there we go. Excellent. 45K. Started seeing a difference once I hit around 20K. That's a minimum for increasing drops is 50K, but I'm noticing it gets better the higher you go up. Okay. Cool, cool. Why do Necros underperform? Zombie, it can't be like zombies like why are things the way they are? I don't know, man. I don't know. It's tough. It's tough. Okay, well, let's teleport somewhere else. If we yeet ourselves off, you got to be careful about dying to fall damage when you have bounty guys, because if you die to fall damage in front of a guard, they'll treat that as if the guard killed you. So you do want to be careful with that. All right, where's another good place? You know, I mean, well, if we just want pickpocketing, if we just want to like meme on it, well, let's just go over to Shimmerine. This is gonna be crazy. You said to ask any question. Zombies like, what is the meaning of life? Why does anything exist? You know, I probably could answer that question though, Zombie, but you know, is it really, does it feel like a valuable question? Like, you know, because like the reason is nobody at ZOS plays that class, you know? Like there's just not somebody at ZOS who's like that's their baby, and that's probably why. Like that's the truth of the matter. Oh, they don't underperform. Everything else overperforms. Yeah, that's a good take. That's a good take. So all the stuff I'm doing on the way is just for the lulls, guys. Once we want to go into the monastery. The monastery is where it's at. The monastery allows us to just infinitely pick pockets. And you know what would be the worst thing in the world is if we did all this and like it got out where some of these spots are where you can just like farm pickpocketing guys. I could totally see ZOS fixing these areas, and they do not need to be fixed. We need more of them, not less of them. And it would be a real tragedy if they did that. There's a noble that walks up and down these stairs, and she comes over and sits right here. Hey, she caught me. There's also a guard that'll walk up and down. Was there oh, Chicken had a good real one. Maybe. Multi-class Nightblade Necro for this event. Criminal acts for bounty. Chicken speed running the bounty game. Yeah, dude, that's a great idea, man. That's an excellent idea. You could just cast skills in town and like everything would be good. It used to be that so there's 4 people here. This is great. This is a great example of like a good area. There's 4 people here. They're challenging to pick everybody's pocket. Well, it used to be challenging. It used to be too hard to pick everybody's pocket, but now that is no longer the case. But it's the right idea is the main thing, you know. The idea of like it should be challenging, but it's still fun, and like you can do it. It used to be that you couldn't kill either one of these guys, which means you couldn't reset the loop without. You couldn't kill them without like one of them would see you commit the crime, and so you get a bounty. And I mean, part of it is like, you know, not getting a bounty is like kind of a cool thing. Okay, so here's the loop, guys. We come in. We got a priest sitting here. We've also got this guy wandering around. We can loot him. Usually when I come here, I'm looking for the priest mostly. Surely the Blade of Woe should drop the same stuff. Surely that should count, right? Hopefully it does. It would be insane if Blade of Woe didn't count. It almost has to. Those are normally the same loot tables. And then we come up here, and we got this guy. Sometimes you catch him in a bad spot, and you gotta stand on his head to pickpocket him. We seem to have failed there. That's okay. But I forgot we want to get a high bounty, so we're going to work on this guy. And then, of course, let's aggro everybody. It's taking an embarrassingly long time to kill these guys. I really should have, like, spent the time to make a build. Not like a build, but just, like, do a couple of things to make it go better. I think there's a person. Oh, not this room. Next room. Right out here. And again, normally you pick twice and then do your Blade of Woe thing. We just want to get our bounty up. Okay. Staring. That was kind of weird. And there's usually, oh, one person in here, but they've been gotten to. Jump off the railing. And then there's a person over here. They walk from there to wherever they do their priestly duties at over here. And then there's one more right over here. Oh, actually, two more, I guess. I normally don't mess with this guy because I normally am after the priest, but I keep forgetting that. Okay, we take a seat, take a break. If you need to take a break, it's a good bench, good bench. You know, it's kind of funny, too, because you can, like, it's kind of like this dude's worshiping you. Yes, yes, bow to me, peasant. Oh my gosh. My friend has a theory that increased Ledger Domain items don't drop or drop less on tunes that have maxed. Really, that's interesting. I don't know about all that. I do notice that. Oh, the increase. Oh, okay, like increase your leveling. That would make sense. That would be cool if they actually did that. That's what you mean. You mean increase leveling, right? You don't mean like. Because for those who don't know, and this is actually one of the things that kind of bugs me a little bit about ESO. If you having like your ledger skill higher gives you better drops. As this goes up, you will get less white items, more green, more blue, and then having CP and stuff also helps. It doesn't tell you that anywhere, but it is absolutely true. And because it doesn't tell you that anywhere, I think a lot of people get on, oh, this guy's already respawned. That's crazy. It kind of makes it where then you have people making videos that say, like, hey, if you rezone and open like when you're opening crown crates, every time you open a crown crate, if you rezone, you get better drops. And it's like, that's nonsense. That's not true. It just makes for, it encourages people with their conspiracy theories. And then we're back to the beginning of our loop here. Yeah, so if you leave this area though, you'll tend to come back and they'll items they'll be empty. None of the characters will be showing us if they had anything. So this is the guy that was out here. He just walks in and out, and then this guard kind of walks around as well. Rain, I like your answer. I think 42 is a great answer, by the way. Also, hello. Welcome in. Let me see. That theory may be true. I've done a crazy amount of pickpocketing since the event started. I've noticed I've gotten one Ledger Domain skill increase drop. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess that makes sense. I guess you can get it. Guys, it's incredibly easy to, if you want to, max out your Ledger Domain, all you got to do is sell all, the maximum number of items, and then also fence the maximum number of items. And the easiest way to do that, in the way that has been the easiest for forever, is to go to Craglorn and steal apples. Do the apple stealing route. For those who don't know what that is, it's or if you like running around doing this stuff, just do it organically. That's actually the best way. But right over here, so there's the Way Shrine, and you got to go over here and down the hill, and then there's an area where there's a bunch of apple crates and stuff, and there's one guard wandering around in this whole huge area, and you steal apples. You go into the Outlaws Refuge right across the bridge, sell or fence them, and come back out and refill your bags, and that's all you got to do. And they respawn every time you go back in and out. So it's the quickest way, and it takes no time, and you'll be maxed out. I mean, it takes a couple of days because you could only sell so many items to the to the fence or whatever, or fence so many items or sell any. So there is that, but yep, and that's all you got to do, guys. This is the loop, and you can just keep going. I am normally the only person here. A quest comes through here, so people will come in, and they usually go down the stairs because I think that's where the quest goes. But and actually, you have to do part of the quest to get in here. I don't think you can just actually walk in, if I'm remembering that correctly. Is this an actual? Okay, yeah, it's just a treasure. I was just like, huh, interesting. If you play in first person view, you do 30k more DPS. Known fact. Yeah, there you go, zombie. That's the kind of nonsense that people will come up with. Uh, if you refine materials 10 at a time, you get better drops. Yeah, just do that 10,000 times and you'll get a lot better drops. And what's crazy is that the people that are spout that stuff and make videos about it, they either, like, most of them know, and I know because I've talked to some of them, that it's not true and they just don't care. Or, hey, we're over that 10,000 mark, or that 50,000 mark. What am I saying? They either know and don't care, or they're just, I mean, guys, it takes a lot of work to make a YouTube video. Okay? You don't just accidentally make a YouTube video. I mean, you can just record something and upload it, but if, like, there's editing involved and stuff like that, like, you're putting some effort, some time and effort. And when you do this like full time, you're thinking about, like, hey, are people going to click on this thing that I'm doing, right? So for someone to just, like, oh, I just threw up some random nonsense is and it's edited, and, like, there's someone who does this, at least consistently. They do a lot of YouTube stuff. Like, I mean, that's basically just like a con person. That's like the way they're trying to make money is by, like, conning people on YouTube instead of like IRL or something. Like, it's really odd, but that's literally what they're doing. I have no respect for people that do that. And it doesn't matter if any of their other content is good too. It's just like I've lost all respect for them. And I actually kicked someone out of the Discord server because they were doing that stuff. And they have there's people with way more subs than I have that do that kind of stuff. Quality of items drop per hour. Sorry, I think I missed the thread there, chicken. Like, yeah, people would say that. Are you talking about, like, all the random stuff that people make up that, like, oh, you only get so many items per hour? I think we found, like, one thing for that to be true on, maybe. Oh, I know what it is. It's the masks on dungeons, because dungeons are so easy to farm. You can basically, like, right? Don't the masks have a cooldown? But most other things don't. But people will say they do, or and it's also the hardest part is, like, it's so hard to disprove, because as soon as you disprove something, like if someone says, hey, if you do this, refine items 10 at a time, you'll get better drops. Well, to prove that, you've got to decon 10 items 10 at a time and do, like, a million items or something, right? To get something that's, like, statistically significant, because the drop rate is, like, so low, it's like 1% or whatever for, like, golden items. It's kind of crazy, right? So you gotta do just a ton, like, so to disprove them, you have to do all the work. They just make the claim, right? And then you would have to do, like, hours and hours worth of work. And I've actually done some of that stuff, like once upon a time, just to see if, like, hey, is this true? And none of it's ever true. And I got people to help me and whatever that were already doing some of that stuff, right? And none of it's ever true, but they'll just move the goalpost. Oh, well, you got to do it, like, in your house, or you got to do it in a low population zone, or you got to do it in a high population zone, or you got to do it in a on a Tuesday, or, like, you gotta do this or that, and it's just, it gets a little ridiculous. It's whack-a-mole, It's the old Gish Gallop, right? Like, if I just keep saying things that are not true, it'll take you so much longer to disprove them that, like, I can just move on and keep saying things that are, like, lies, and that's kind of what happened. Yeah, Rico, appreciate you dropping your knowledge, man. On us, that you've done all this extra testing, man, because that's what you have to do in ESO. You got to test all this stuff out, so it's pretty huge, man. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Maybe I should have made a note of all the info you're giving us. All right, Chicken. We'll catch you later, man. Let me see. Hey, Rain says 100 or 200 actually does for me, but I think it's because the luck base is more than one time of luck. All furnishings, I do believe. Okay, do purple and gold furnishings actually have a cooldown, or is that a myth? Well, I think B is saying that they do. I think it's called moving the goalpost. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, constantly shifting it. The plans. I mean, yeah, I think that's what B is saying. I think that furnishing. I don't know about furnishing items, but if somebody knows for sure, guys, you need to know like factually before you say something. But if you know for sure, definitely say something. Let us know. I know that. Well, I don't know. I believe that the masks have a cooldown. I'm pretty sure that was confirmed at some point. That drop from the end of dungeons or whatever when they're selling the corresponding item in the crown store, corresponding set or whatever. I don't know about furnishing items because, to be honest, you know what? Actually, I say that. I know that some furnishing items absolutely do not have a cooldown. I do know that. Because I have gotten furnishing items back to back in here. The Alinor pews, I have got them in back to back in here. Is there some other item or whatever that has one? I don't know, but I know that those don't. Yeah. Because sometimes you'll just get really lucky and you'll get a couple of things like back to back. And that's just the way it is. Oh, that's the wrong button. I really am not focused enough on getting this bounty up. I really need to do that. All right, what do we got here? So we've got a couple like practices. Oh, we do have a couple of these things. Let me maybe sort by name. I'm trying to find those like loot things. Maybe they're low value. We had several of them. Ah, here we go. Pouch of ill-gotten goods. I need to remember that. Oh, here we go. Here's the scroll. Tips for Ledger Domain. When used, this item grants 40 points. Oh, it just gives you XP. Cannot use this item if your ledger is 20. Okay. It just gives you XP. That's interesting. That is cool. I like that. That's much better than like increasing the rate, which is what I thought it did. Guys, these disguises are really great. These are really cool. You can get these from the passives in the Dark Brotherhood skill line, I believe. There's a person. It'll make a person appear. Maybe they're always there, but it'll make them interactable. That will give you like random items. We can actually get. I can show you guys. We'll just go. But the Monk's Disguise, that's actually pretty cool because it makes it seem like you don't have a bounty. And you don't actually have to reduce your bounty either. So that could be very useful. It's actually made more useful by this event, to be honest. Mel says the furnishing plans have cooldowns based on rarity. Green and blue are easily testable. Purple is long enough that I couldn't say with as much certainty. Other recipe motifs are on a separate drop and don't affect the furnishing plan drop. Huh. Okay. I think if you do all the Thieves Guild storyline, don't you get a stealing merch? Yeah, you do. It just sucks. Yeah, you do, but she sells stuff at like, because you can do it anywhere, I guess. She is, yeah, Pirhari, the smuggler. Yeah, here, I'll put her on. It's like 75% or 50% of the value. 35% fee. So if you sell stuff to her, she can't launder anything, but you can't sell to her. Basically, it means that you don't ever use her. They should just remove that fee. Yeah, because like it's not that hard. It's just for convenience, honestly. Because it's kind of annoying to go to an Outlaw's Refuge, but if you know how, like, you can teleport to any number of places and never even walk by a guard. Plus, if you've done the Thieves Guild, again, I mean, the guard's pushing me out of the way, right? He can't see me. So, like, how am I going to get caught, like, walking around town? Like, I'm not. So it's really, like, it used to matter more, but I don't think it matters at all now. So I do think that's something they could adjust there. They want to make it better. I mean, so far we've gotten, I want to say nothing of that I'm like really interested in. Is that fair? What's going on here? I can't hit him. It's not making noise. What's going on? I don't know if those characters are bugged or what's going on, or if my game is freaking out. That was weird. Am I lagging out? I don't know. I don't know what the deal is, but that's really weird. Also, that one person just ran off. They just disappeared. We are up to 70K. All right, where do we want to go to? We'll just pop over here, and we can go to a different location. But so far, I've got nothing. I don't know, like Rico, like tell me the good stuff you've gotten from doing this, man, because so far this is looking kind of sad, my friend. Do we want to go to a vendor? Maybe we can go to an Outlaws Refuge when we go to the next place. So we'll just go to Schornhelm here. I went to the Lizard Race and have 30K bounty in no time, like 5 minutes, just killing everything. Oh, cool. Rain, did you go to... Where did you go? Let's go get a higher bounty, man. Do you go to Merkmeyer here, like down here? In Lilmoth, or where'd you go, man? You know what? I think I know. Is it Deadwater? I don't think there's any guards in Deadwater. I don't think there's any guards at all. If I'm remembering correctly, there are no guards here. Am I remembering that wrong? Am I making that up? Is there like one? Oh, there's one. Okay. There might be a place with 0. I'm trying to remember. That's a guard. That's not a guard. Okay, Dark Brothers is the only way you've gotten any, and you've got nothing from them. Yeah, this was the kind of the issue that I saw when I tried this out on PTS. I know they increased the drop rate, but all right, let's see who we got here. We got anybody else we can kill? I mean, there's some people, I suppose. I keep hitting the wrong button. Reaper's March. Reaper's March. Okay. Oh, Lizard Racing. I'm sorry. I read that Lizard Race. And I was like, all right, that's kind of a weird way of saying that. But I thought you were like, I went to the Lizard Race. And I was like, oh, okay. All right. Sure. Sure, dude. It's a weird way of saying that. My bad. My bad. Off topic is totally good. Totally good. Let me, oh, this person can't get over to me. Just want to make sure we don't actually aggro a guard. Let me kill these. Oh, there's a guard. We're going to take these couple of guys out, though. So we're at 76 right now. He's giving us like 1,000 apiece. Not even. That's kind of lame. Our bags are full. Okay, sorry. Let me catch up here. The monk disguise is amazing during this event if you need to do something in town or talk to an NPC. Yeah, guys. So if you have a really high bounty and you want to like go talk to a guild raider, for example, that's kind of annoying. You can't do that. So you can just put on the disguises and then you can just go do everything you need. Just realize it has a 5-minute timer. It's a really cool item that they give out. I think that if they just had somebody who actually did a lot of this stuff at ZOS, who actually did the Dark Brotherhood skill lines and actually like ran around like stealing and stuff like that, and maybe they've got one person, but I think if the person in charge of it really, or did more of this stuff, I think there's a lot. Like they've done stuff to improve it, which is cool, but also they kind of don't understand how we interact a lot of times, and that to me just smacks of like, hey, we kind of just don't know how you guys play, because we don't play, is how it reads pretty strongly. Pretty strongly. All right, we'll have to delete some of these white items here. Just make some room. Sorry, let me catch up on this chat. Okay, I didn't think it was a 35% caught. Thought it was lower. Yeah, it's so high that it's not worth using zombie, which is kind of a bummer. It's kind of annoying. Oh yeah, we've got some apples. We don't need those. Oh yeah, I guess we talk. We could probably get rid of all these green items too. Really, it doesn't actually matter. Not to mention, if we're going to different zones, a lot of them, like the chances of them being more unique are a lot higher, since they're not like stacked. Off topic, is Kilt worth using on a Zenkosh in VCR on live? No. Kilt is not worth using in VCR. Period. Anybody for anything. You take a lot of passive damage in VCR. So like on the Zamaja fight, if that's what you're talking about. So yeah, it's not worth using at all. It's not worth using at all. And there's some charts out there on what fights are worth using Kilt on. I still think that pretty much everybody just uses Velothi now. I'm trying to think if there's a reason. I mean, there's some fights maybe, but Velothi is still pretty much the way to go. But yeah, you could use Kilt in a lot of different places if you have it. The Dark Brother dailies is the only way I've got. Okay, we already read that. Have gotten any ill-gotten goods and nothing worth it in them. Okay, cool. So we'll head over to Reaper's March here. You mean the spot that you do the lizard racing, the bottom right side? Okay, cool. All right, so Reaper's March. I don't remember the lizard racing. I don't know if I've ever done that. Whereabouts, guys? Should I be at this Willow Grove Way Shrine? Is there Willow Grove? Is that where I should go? The cat race. The that one employee, Zombie says, aka the drunk college intern that only works on Tuesdays. I mean, yeah. The best rewards are the furniture drops. The other rewards are trash, but you can make a lot of good money fencing high quality items. Yeah, you can. You can for sure. Oh yeah, how many of the furnishing items have you gotten, Rico, and how much stealing have you done? Because it sounds like quite a bit. It sounds like you were geared up for this. A man after my own heart. They've reworked Kilt since that chart. There's almost no fight in the game where it's usable anymore. Oh, really, B? Oh, dude, okay. Thanks, man. I haven't looked at it in forever. I didn't even realize they had changed it. I mean, it's been like... Velothi's been out for a long time now. And are the event furnishings or regular stealable furnishings? Yeah. I think a lot of us want these like new furnishings, but yeah. Another reason I don't always participate. Hey, Franny, what's going on? I don't always participate in all these events, guys, is because there have been times where like drops have been bugged, and they stay like that for a very long time. And trying to do something that the game is too broken to like work correctly makes me want to quit. So I try to avoid stuff that makes me want to quit the game. There's a lot of people here to kill, and I don't really see very many guards, if any. Are there guards? I don't really see any. I mean, let's go. Here we go. Mass murder. I'm popping in an ult. Is that a guard? That's a guard. Oh, no. Wait. No, it's not a guard. Okay, they just did a guard mechanic. Oh, my gosh. Look at that. This is how you get a bounty. Oh, my God. Rain, thank you. Oh, my goodness. Wow. There we go. Now we're cooking. I didn't even have to try that hard. That was amazing. All right, is there another group of people? Group of victims? Oh, guards are getting me. Damn guards. Just trying to have a good time, you know? I mean, there's a bunch of people walking around. Okay, there are some guards. Are there any in here? Oh, yeah, there are. Okay. Well, that's annoying. Is that a guard? No. Yeah, okay, cool. If you're just in the right spot, I just don't want to get one shot with a guard, by a guard. That would, I mean, honestly, let's be real. It would be pretty hilarious to do on stream. so maybe it's fine. But I am gonna kind of be pissed if it happens. So I'd like to avoid it. Let's try to avoid it. Got another guard there. Okay, there's some people in here. Only a couple of targetable people. Oh, there's another one. Okay, cool. That's a person I can kill as well. Oh, there's a guard. All right. Getting a little risky there. Hey, 93K. It's a lot of work just getting your bounty up this high, honestly. Let me see. Above the way shrine, you don't have. Oh, okay. Okay, that's the spot. Okay, I'll head over there. I mean, that's cool. Oh, great. Guards coming after me. I think I'm going the opposite direction I need to go. We'll see how it is. Are we out of combat? Yeah. Let me see. Okay, we'll just head over there as I try to catch up on chat. I don't know. I feel like you might not be able to cross this, so we might have to go around. That's okay. I'll catch up on chat while we do that. Okay, there aren't anything but the Argonians. Yeah, Argonians are the lizard race. Doing fine, thanks. And you? Yeah, I'm doing great. Interesting things to deal with that event. Franny, it's actually been pretty lame, which is unfortunate because I tested. This is basically confirming what I found on PTS, which was like the drop. It's not really that great, unfortunately. It's a good idea, and that's what kind of sucks about stuff like this is that a lot of times like this was a really good idea, and it still could be, right? But it was a bit poorly executed. It seems like with a lot of these rewards and stuff, they kind of suck, and I'm sure they'll probably see that. I don't know. We'll see how they'll probably look at the numbers about what dropped and what have you, and maybe decide that they need to tweak it up a bit. But yeah, a little bit disappointing with the event. But hey, we're having fun hanging out, right? And that's what it's all about. So and we wanted to test it out. Rico here. If anybody has questions, like we need to pay Rico. Rico has all the answers for us. It's been really nice to have Rico here. He's tested all this stuff out and done a lot of with it. So that's pretty helpful. So here's the way shrine. You're saying go to the Willow Grove or go north of there, Rico. Have you played around with that mythic hood for stealing? I love that they actually made a non-combat focused mythic, but it is 1 out of 30 ? Yeah, I haven't played with it. I don't even have it unlocked. I honestly kind of forgotten about it. I think I knew about it at one point. So we're talking about the Shadow Queen's Cowl here, for those who don't know. It's really weird. So successfully pickpocketing a witness or guard. Okay, so if you successfully pickpocket somebody, then you distract them for 10 seconds, stunning them and decreasing their stealth detection radius by 30 meters, which basically means it's nothing. You know what? There is uses for this. Kind of. Not really. So do you remember that area that we were in? I don't want to go there, but remember the area in Shimmerine where there's the 2 nobles or the 4 nobles or whatever, and they're kind of standing looking at each other? It used to be the case that the detection radius for being in stealth was a different detection radius than for committing crimes. So what that means is that if you have 2 people staring at each other, you could be stealth behind them, and sure, that works. But if you actually try to pick the pocket of the other person, the one who is facing you, because they have there's a cone in front of them where they can have a better detection radius, they would always notice you. So I think their use for this item would be to pickpocket this person, and then they can't see you. But then, so sometimes like one person's looking at another person, and that other person is looking away, so you could pickpocket the back person, then they can't see you for 10 seconds, and you go pickpocket the other person, and then I guess come back or something. That would make sense. That's cool. But they've changed the way the stealth detection radius works. So now it's not just stealth, it's also crimes. So now you could just do that in front of them anyways. And you could murder somebody in front of somebody else and they won't see you. And that used to not be the case. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong about any of that, but I'm pretty sure that's right. Okay, let me see here. Rico's got some info for us. That's super helpful. Thanks, Rico. I've gotten at least 10 to 15 furnishing drops, a few of them worth a lot, but the thing is usually you can only get certain furniture, certain places. Yeah, I think we were all wondering about that, Rico, like what you're getting. Hey, Juan Carlos, what's going on, man? Welcome. It's good to see you, dude. And then Rico says during the event you can get any furniture that can be gotten from pickpocketing from any zone. Okay, so it's totally random. You can get anything. Okay. That is a great idea. That is a really good idea and would be really fun. They just need to up the drop rate to something that makes a little bit of sense. Bank your gold when you can't take it so the bounty stays. Yep. Make sure you bank your gold, guys. Because if they kill you with a bounty, then it will... if they kill you with a bounty... I'm just going to head down here. I'm just going to head south. If they kill you with a bounty, they'll take all your gold to pay the bounty. And so if you don't have any gold, the bounty will remain, even if you die or get killed. Is this the area you were talking about? Are there only Argonians here?
So much to do, so little time.
Nobody. I can't kill any of these people. And there's guards. I don't think it's the area you're talking about. It's north of that way shrine, maybe. Let's head roughly north. I was getting Alinor furniture from Deshawn. Oh, okay. That's cool. Did you get the new Golden Pursuits house yet? Victor, if you're asking me, man, no, I did. Honestly, I'm be honest, man. I don't even look at these Golden Pursuits, man. How do you get to them? Is it here? I don't even know where they're at. How do you see the goal? Is it journal? No, I literally don't. I literally don't even know where they're at. I don't ever look at it. I don't ever do them. Like I get stuff along the way, but I don't even look at it. And I don't really do housing, if I'm being honest. Hey, here's some people. Here's some victims. Yeah, I usually just don't even bother with it. Oh. Oh, that poor guy's got to go a long way. Hey, dude, I'm over here. It's cool. Come fight me over here. Skooma Surprise Canteen. I like it. Is there anybody targetable? I'm just trying to scan the crowd. See if anybody... Oh, is this the lizard racing? Or something? I feel like that might be the area. I feel like there's something going on over there. Ah, cool. We have some people down here. Popping ultimates on these guys. It's pretty hilarious. Oh no. Here we go. Is this the spot to get your bounty up? I feel like this is the spot. I feel like we're soon all gonna know that this is the spot. Oh, this is awesome. Thank you. Thank you for the pro tip here, Rico. I think it was Rico that suggested this one. Oh, some more people being killed that we missed. That we can kill. Oh, there's some people over here, maybe. Oh my gosh, is there 4 of them, really? Oh, you gotta hit him with direct damage to make sure you aggro him. There we go. Yeah, it's free house. Sorry. Let me see here. I'm still behind on chat, guys. I was getting to get the new no. Okay, I saw the message of Rico. Oh, nice. I've never played those Thieves events. Yeah, they're new, so they're all new. But yeah, if you've never done any of it. Oh, cool. Did I just get a bounty for also stealing? We're up over 100 now. We're doing well. Pickpocketing is my main money source in this game, and I've played since day one, so I've done an ungodly amount of pickpocketing. Okay, Rico. I used to do the same thing, man. Rico, you probably know this, man. When did they change the detection radius? I didn't know when they changed that, and I just hadn't stolen in a while, and then I like checked it, and I was like, this could have been years ago. I didn't notice until like 3 or 6 months ago or something, maybe 9. I don't know, but it's been less than a year for sure. But I was like, oh, and I don't remember any patch notes on it, although I could have easily missed them. I feel like they just changed it and didn't say anything. By the fire-looking quest symbol. Sorry, I think someone's trying to. Rain's trying to help me there. There by the tents. I'm sorry. Okay, best place to farm bounty and pickpocketing. A lot of NPCs is the Fighters Guild courtyard in Mournhold, in Deshawn. Oh, okay. The Fighters Guild. Let's go check it out. This seems like a good area. I hate to leave, but we'll go check it out. Sorry if this has already been asked. No, I'll ask away. Guys, and if anybody wants to talk about other things in ESO, like that's what we're here for. We're just hanging out. But Franny says, let me see. Can we get the crafts without having to pick the pockets? The items, I think you have to pick pockets or loot thieves' troves, Franny. I think it's the two things you need to do. Isn't the I'm like running over here. Isn't the Fighters Guild over here? Actually, don't know where it's at. Fighters Guild. Oh, it's beside me. Oh, it's here. Okay. I don't know if I've ever been in this building. Hey, here's a couple of friends. Here's a couple of victims. This dude's trying to pickpocket. I'll let him do his thing before I aggro. Oh, is that guy? Hey, get over here, man. I'll kill you too. I need to. I think my bags are full. Grizzly slaughter, indeed. This crime wave would have been epic if we could hunt down and claim players' bounties. Mr. E. Oh, dude, that would have been so cool. Yeah, dude, that would have been awesome. I mean, just any kind of mechanics too, like making the guards not just be invulnerable, but like also track you down more or something, or do other things. Like, do you guys remember? I don't know when they stopped doing this, or if they ever did, but I remember in Daggerfall, like if you would have to sleep to recover your resources, and if you slept in a dangerous place, you would get oftentimes awoken with something attacking you. And sometimes that was like, you had to be careful, because if you went too deep into a dungeon that was too high level, you might get woken up by something that's gonna kill you, like a vampire. And vampires were like pretty tough until you got to a really high level. And so, yeah, so like, I don't know, something like that, where like if you went to a new zone, or like sometimes they would appear and attack you, that would be really cool. I don't really think that that's on the table for ZOS, but I think it's a cool idea. Yeah, we're just getting more treasure. It's not really. So this polished shilling is what you get from pickpocketing guards, and it's the style for the Abba's Watch, which came out with a Thieves Guild. And this is an example of something where like nobody uses these anymore, because you don't actually craft gear in a style typically. I mean, like, rare is the day, and so like you've got an outfit on, and so you're not really gonna use it. And it would be cool if you got something interesting from stealing from guards. I think that would be a really cool idea. I think they changed that when they changed the CP. Like, which time? Most recently? Definitely not the first time. That's the spot. Okay. Hey, Thorax. Thorax says, hey, Hara, what's your overall opinion for subclassing? Here to make you repeat yourself, boss man. Oh no, it's all good, man. Hey, I don't mind repeating myself. I don't mind going back over stuff. It's all good. Not a big deal at all. My overall opinion on multi-classing is I personally think it's great. I personally really like it, and I wish they would have done it years ago. It makes so much more sense. I mean, they should have started the game like that, right? Like it's so much more in line with what the other games were and are that again it's just like why didn't they do it sooner? So I think that it's great. Oh man, I see what you mean. Oh my gosh, talking about a target rich environment. Oh my god, there's so many. Oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. Oh, this is amazing. Pop an ult. Now we're farming. Oh my gosh. Rico, man. Thank you so much for all the amazing advice today. My dude. Oh my gosh, are there more? Oh my gosh, there are more. They're just everywhere. Just victims everywhere. This is crazy. Yeah, so I think it's going to be great. I think it's really unfortunate that they didn't seem to take any care for the people that have a playstyle that they like, but they've never done that historically, so I guess why would they start now? Completely gutting Brittleden's playstyle whenever they made the Arcanist. Oh no, did I DC or something? What's going on here? Okay, just a 5-second lag spike. Sure. Oh my gosh, guys, we gotta hop over in a second and do something else. We're at 123K. We're definitely getting up there. Oh, we got a box. Let's see if we get anything cool out of the box. Oh my gosh. It's been a while, guys. I'm a bit rusty. Go inside of the. Okay, sorry. I'm just catching up. Hey, we got a lead. There you go. Haven't tried Deshaun. Sounds like a good spot. Yeah, seems pretty legit out here. And you could just go out to the front too, and that was good. I also agree it should have started the game like that. Yeah, and then they wouldn't be pissing everybody off by doing this now, and they also would have had designed all the skill lines. The problem is that the skill lines aren't set up for this. So ZOS did like zero prep work before they decided they were going to do something completely game changing, and that's going to have a lot of like unfortunate issues with it. I don't think that there are more issues than normally happens. Like it's stuff we're all frustrated with, and we've been frustrated with. I sound very calm about it now because I'm over being angry about it. Like I'm going to say how silly it is, but like, what else can I do? I think there's a lot of us who have just accepted that ZOS is going to do what ZOS is going to do. And if you still enjoy the game, then keep playing it. And if you don't, go play something else, and that's just kind of how it is. Like, I think I was one of these people. I think we all are, but there's a lot of times where we're like, oh, we're hoping, oh man, there's a really fun game in here. If they just change these things, it would be even better. And like that kind of thinking is just gonna lead to disappointment, unfortunately. But play it for what it's worth. Realize that like what it is. It's probably never going to be anything else. This is really cool. It's a massive improvement, something I never would have expected them to do, and I think that's amazing. But yeah, it's going to have problems. There's whole skill lines, whole classes that you maybe don't want to play, depending on what you wanted to do before, and that's kind of a bummer. But if you can, if that's not pissing you off, then hey, it's going to be amazing. Going to be absolutely amazing. I have 12 characters, 29 fully golded, perfected trait builds. I essentially have to go through each one of them. The content pass is 75 Canadian dollars CDN. I'm assuming that's Canadian. I already uninstalled. Oh, God, Thorax. That's funny. Okay. Yeah, hey, man. Yeah, I mean, throwing a wrench into everything. That's it's understandable, man. It's understandable. Yeah, I can't say anything other than I sympathize, man. And you know, it kind of sucks. It kind of sucks that they didn't, you know, because they didn't. It didn't have to be this way. You didn't have to ruin people's play styles. And again, I personally don't care, but I do empathize for like, and it is a bummer when you had something you were doing and it was working well for you and it was fun, and then now it's whatever has happened. It's unfortunate. It is unfortunate. All right. Well, we're going to. So we already swapped over. We got hard mode Sunspire coming up.
How would this one know?
Let's see if anybody. Sorry if the audio gets a little wonky here. Yeah, a bunch of people are already in chat. We'll drop in and say hello. So we got hard mode Sunspire right now coming up. And then after that, we have hard mode Dreadsail Reef. And then after that, we're Helldiving. So that's the plan for today, guys, for anybody who wants to know. What was I going to do? I was going to do something. Let me at least get my setup. Oh, perfect. We already are. So, you know what I was going to do? And I want to look at. I want to see if there's anything that could buff our healing for tombs. Let's see if there's anything that's, like, worth it. I know there's a couple skills, and I'm just trying to think of what I've been doing for those tombs. And I also think I want to change out this piece of jewelry for that. Oh shoot, I also talked to Nani and I'm supposed to do something. I'm supposed to do something different for today. What was it? I better check the roster. Check the roster before I get myself in trouble. So Nani also is out. Nani hurt her leg. I think her knee maybe, and she had to go to the ER. Sucks because she said she couldn't put her weight. She couldn't put any weight on it, and one of her kids was like, "You got to go to the hospital." Oh, thank you, my lovely wife, bringing me a fresh battery. Yeah, Mel, I know it sucks. It sucks that something not great sounds like, but hopefully something with rest and relaxation could, you know. Can make it okay. Okay, pearls, Naz, Glyphic. I don't know. I need to check. Let me see. Maybe I'll just throw on. Do I have Naz on, or do I have Naz on this character? I do. Let's try that. I also think the new increase on DPS is too much. Hitting 170k is just insane. And Helldivers 2 is amazing, boss. Good game. Dude, Thorax, I love Helldivers, man. And I love everything that company does. And, like, there's been issues, but they just handle things so well. It's just, like, how, like, it's hard. People get mad at them, but for me, it's hard. It's hard for me to get mad at them, to be totally honest with you. Maybe like Wield Soul. I think it was like Wield Soul. Okay, yeah, we got a big heal, class mastery, and major vitality. There we go. For 10 seconds. I think I already have the skill I need. I just need to find space on my bar for it. What are we running on Loke? Is this right? Were we already doing it? Okay. So we got heal beam. I mean, this looks oh, you know what? I could drop. No, I need to be able to shield, so I need either Chakram or I need the Resto heal. They do basically the same thing. Yeah, I don't really see a lot of room for it. I want Trample. I need Xenas. I need a shield. I mean, what I'm going to drop Orb or Vigor? That feels bad. Not going to drop Blockade. I need that. Again, what I'm going to drop Healing or Combat Prayer? I don't know. I feel like I'm tapped out on bar space here. I think we'll just try this. We'll just stick with it. I guess we already have it, so if we need it. Let me get in group here, and then let me see. Bucket, Brigade. Did I just say that? There we go. All right. What confuses me is now only need one character to try everything. No money for Crown Store, Sky Shards, Horse Loving skill lines needed. They killed that part of their money with the subclassing. Yeah, there's still a few things, Rain. You still need, like, you probably just need an Arcanist, though, would be the thing. You just need an Arcanist. Because the class mastery on just about everything is complete garbage. It ranges from, like, not really useful to complete garbage, except for Crow is like, oh, generating a body, although that's not the same anymore, was, like, actually decently useful, potentially, for ulti-gen. And then there's Arcanist, you all want their class mastery on an Arcanist, which is also like, why are we just giving the Arcanist absolutely everything? It feels bad. So yeah. Franny says, I haven't uninstalled, but it's a bit the same for me. Yeah. I re-race a big part of the character to be tank and farm pretty much all the different sets and put traits to tell me now, well, here you go. Oh, okay. Oh, you farmed everything. You got your character fully set up and everything and, like, researched all the traits, and then now it's like, here we go again. Yeah. Yeah, don't race change anything. Yeah, race change tokens are such a scam that I feel like, kind of encourage us to, yeah. Oh my gosh. Maybe Nani will get the good drugs. Oh, that could be fun. Yeah. Other devs are easier to forgive. I've talked about, I'll say it again. I've said this over and over again, but, companies in general, you can divide their marketing strategies into two categories, okay? There are good companies and bad companies. I think it's pretty straightforward. Evil companies and good companies, however you want to say it, right? Good companies and bad companies. If you're a good company, what you're trying to do is you're trying to make a good product at a good value to sell to your customers that they will like and want to come back and buy more of your product, okay? And you also, if you're a good company, don't treat your employees or anybody else like garbage. You don't do unfair or misleading practices. You don't have predatory monetization. You don't prey on children or those with, developmental issues with your monetization policy. And you also make sure that it doesn't accidentally do that too, right? You don't if I make a cute game that looks like it would really appeal to kids, but it's really about gambling, I should probably make sure that kids aren't going to accidentally fall prey to gambling, right? There's some these are just ethics, okay? I'm not saying about legal, I'm just talking about ethics. So, you have good and bad companies. Good companies do one thing, bad companies do another, right? And then your marketing. So if you have a good company, you're making a good product, you probably take good care of your people, your community, you want people to buy more of your product. What do you need to do? You just need to tell people about your product. You just got to get the word out there. That's all you're trying to do. This is what most indie game companies do, right? You're just trying to get the word out there. So that's all you got to do. And that's what your marketing will look like. If you're a bad company, you treat your customers poorly, your product is predatory or somehow inferior, and you probably don't even treat your people well, then your marketing needs to be deceptive. You need to trick people into thinking your product or your company is much better than it is. And ZOS is not a good company, guys. I'm sorry, it's just not. They don't treat their customers well. A week or go through. I mean, the fact that some of their employees wanted to unionize tells you that they probably weren't getting treated very well. People don't decide to unionize because they're getting treated well, okay? And so, you got to realize that their marketing, their monetization is predatory. So you got to realize that everything they do is going to be geared towards, it's going to be in that. So they're going to try to gaslight you, right? That's why if you say anything that they don't like in certain places, they delete your comments or hide them or whatever on the forums. If you don't give them feedback in a nice enough way, if you're on a live stream because you've been wanting PvP stuff for years and you type PvP, what do, right? and there's been problems with them, like, over controlling some of this stuff where they just, you can't say, people get banned or shadow banned or whatever because they're saying, like, hey, if someone's typing something ridiculous in chat, okay, or if someone's leaving something ridiculous on the forums, okay, but for the most part, you should just be listening to your customers, and if someone's like shit posting, which is a low, for those who don't know what shit posting is, it's a thing, but it's basically just low effort, low quality, and like, just saying like, hey, saying like ZOS sucks. Oh yeah, ZOS devs are sub 70 IQ. That's not really a useful comment to give to a developer. If you're giving them feedback, they can't do anything with that. All they know is that you're mad at them. Okay, but they can't really do anything with that. So, but anything above that, anybody trying, even if you're really pissed off, again, I mentioned this the other day. Someone was like, was very, not very rude. They were a little bit rude in the way that they told me, like, why does your Nightblade video not have funnel health on it? Like, what the hell are you doing? And you know what? Like, to a large extent, they're right. And so I'm not mad at them. I didn't delete or hide their post. I just go, yeah, this person's right. I should make sure to do that. And you know what? Next time I'm live streaming, let me make sure I point out the skill to people because it's really good and it wasn't in my build. And that's what you should do. And but you have to be a good company would do that. A bad company just won't. They can't do that because they can't be honest and tell you about their product because if it's not of a quality where that's good enough. So they have to do other things oftentimes. And so they manipulate, and sometimes they have good products that they can just do that with, but a lot of times they have to manipulate and play other games. Okay, guys, we're going to technically end this stream, okay, and then we're going to jump over to the new stream. That's just how I separate the VODs. So it should automatically kick you over, but a lot of times it doesn't. Sorry if the audio gets a little wonky here as I tab out of whenever I tab out of ESO, it causes problems. But yeah, we're going to hop in, and then we'll jump over there as well. So give me just 1 second while we do that. And you know what? Before we do that, let me bio real quick. Let me give you guys some bunnies while I bio.
Would you like to say all of this since you're faux naughty tonight?
All right, everybody, check your food, check your potions, focus space.
Thank you. I forgot the focus face part. Thank you.
Bunnies! Yeah. All right. We're going to end the stream. We'll start the next one. It'll be right away, guys. Sometimes you have to hit refresh for it
And
to
then stack on the door when you're ready.
for it to
and
work.
I'm gonna
But
just
we'll be right
kind
back.
of, we know this. We've done this a bunch of times.